Hey everybody, it's Chance here with yet another episode of Pathologic 3. I think we're getting into the game now. I am starting to understand the mechanics more, and I've also died twice. So, I think, despite how Mark kind of shat on me during Pathologic 2 where he was like, "You keep dying, why do you keep dying, ugh." In this game, there aren't any consequences that I know of yet, other than like the amalgam system. But it's that seems to be part of the design. I do think what'll probably happen is there's going to be finite resources for that, so there will probably be some permanent deaths in here sometimes. We'll see. It's hard to know, because again, these games are meant to be difficult. And like, Pathologic 2 was mean with it. So like, why wouldn't Patho 3 be mean with it? So it now becomes I am running under the assumption, even though I don't seem to be acting like it because I'm just bad at video games, I'm running under the assumption that the amalgam is finite. I don't know how finite it is, but it probably is. There's like a different thing going on that hasn't been revealed yet. The thing is at least in this game, it isn't, whatever that possible other thing might be, it's not triggered by death. So it might be triggered by something else. They do have the Shabnak. I haven't really interacted with any of the Plague District stuff because I used up all of my prototype shoots. So who can say, really? So, but you know, let's get right into it. It's only 4 o'clock. Yeah, let's go. That's assuming I don't die first. Oh, this is a new guy. He has keys around his neck. Greetings, Danil. There's never been a cathedral caretaker. Who is this? New guy. Greetings, Danil. The cathedral is open to the public, but there are rules. 3 rules to be exact, and they're easy to remember. Sing no borrowed song, carry no earth, waste no time. It's rather quiet here. Tell me, do they hold services in the cathedral? No services. The cathedral services itself. A mass involves singing borrowed songs, and that is forbidden. Those are the rules. How's that? I suppose you know what time is. The cathedral produces it. It should be used wisely and with caution. What is it that you don't understand? Everything, to be honest. What do you mean the cathedral produces time? How does it produce it? Why don't you come inside? Give the lever a good tug, see for yourself. I thought a cathedral was just a large church, a house of prayer, not a time-producing factory. Praying in the cathedral is strictly forbidden. A prayer is essentially a borrowed song. Remember the first rule? No borrowed songs. Understood, meaning I don't understand any of it. I'll just take a look myself. Oh! Well, I'm about to die of a heart attack or something. Would you like some water? Most people are parched after a visit to the cathedral. My throat is dry, you're right about that. Why didn't you tell what I was walking into? You should warn people. I could have a heart attack. And spoil everything. Never. The visitor needs to experience it. On their own. Those are the rules. You didn't sing any borrowed songs inside, I hope? No, I didn't. Not that I had much chance to. You did well. Some people are so terrified they pray and call upon their gods, and that's singing borrowed songs. Strictly forbidden. This town continues to astonish me. The Polyhedron, the cathedral, the Stillwater. What other wonders do these buildings house? I am just the caretaker. That you should ask to the Honoratex. What Honoratex? The Honoratex are the team of architects who built the town. Farkad built the cathedral and the Stillwater both. Yulia Yurcheva planned the streets. Their leader was Simon Kine. Where do I find him? Farkad, I believe. In the ground. At the cemetery. You can't miss his grave. It's by far the most impressive. Isn't there a living architect in town who could explain the cathedral's mechanics to me? There is. Yulia Yuracheva is the last living Honoratek. She is in town, living in a mansion called the Trammel. Yuracheva it is, then. Thank you. Thank you. The cathedral has stood closed for days, singing its grief. I'm glad we could finally open its doors for the few who wish to enter. If it was closed, why did it open today? I cannot know that. Perhaps the cathedral saw something in you and decided to let you in. I'd better go. Stopping town. It's so funny. It's just like, bam. There is no death. Let's just try one step back and... because I feel pretty good about the first part. I saved Ruben, got through it, like that was a huge hurdle. But it's between then and... okay. Alright. So I just went to the theater and convinced Mark. So theoretically, what... do I have anything at all? I have some health. I have 1 health. No, but I do have 8, so I might just trade with the child first. Yeah, that might be the ploy. Okay. Yeah, I know it is, man. Alright, where do I want to go? I want to go hang out with the kids. What? I started work from home on Friday. And Temmie has been so happy. It's so funny because it's just like, now that I know that running can make me depressed, like can add apathy, I'm just like, let me run everywhere. Hey, Hey. Just like this man who is just like shaking and just running as fast as he can. It's just a wretched sight, I imagine. Or just a bunch of children. It's just like, okay, what's going on here? I don't like this, but also, it's a very funny image. Let me remember how to play the game. The issue is that I don't naturally go to the between the bumper and the trigger, the left bumper and triggers. I'm like really not used to having those two buttons. I'm used to like just the left and the right. But there's like 4 buttons there, which is weird. I was a Nintendo DS guy. I still am in my core a Nintendo DS guy. I got a PS Vita later in life, and the PS Vita is the best visual novel machine that has ever been created. Like, you should just hack your PS Vita because it's not like the PSN store works. Or it's the thing is that even when it was still technically active, it like didn't work very well. It was like a pain in the ass to like play games. But like, hack your PS Vita, make Moonlight work on your computer, and then you can like play games. You just gotta, got a hotspot explicitly for that hotspot that I could pay a little extra for. Like, I don't even pay that much extra because they like upgraded to like the basic 5G and it was like 50 cents more. Like, it was like negligible. So like, I now have hotspot. And I mean, I haven't used it often because my PS Vita recently like freaked out. But it is the like picture perfect visual novel machine. I would use my DS more too, but I accidentally like super messed up and broke the cover over the battery, so I'm like always afraid I'm gonna end up like dislodging the battery while holding my DS. It's a very precarious situation. But anyway, that hope explains everything. Thank you. 10, a very heavy dose. I want some health. Menu, split stack, split. I just want 1 of the 3. It's only 1. That's 2. I know it's like addictive or whatever, but I don't care. Nothing here is 1 except for tobacco. I already, yeah, you think, oh, you just like save up. I'm gonna use all of it. Okay. I wonder how much of the casebook thing will be. Because this is actually quite fun. This is a quite fun puzzle. And I like how they'll just tell you if you're wrong. You'll get to the end of the day, whoop, you're wrong, idiot. I can investigate this later, yeah.
Why would it matter?
Now I can, like, do things. Jeez, okay. Hey, kids. I haven't seen the Dinosofts, and I repeat, I am 28. Is there any chance I can get in? Like here are like it's. I think it's so funny to make Dankovsky like touchy about his age. I think it's really funny. I think it's a fun character trait that you can choose that he inhabits, and I think he should inhabit it at all points possible. I think it's so funny for him just to be like having the worst time of his life, dealing with a bunch of children, being like, "I'm not old. I'm only 28. I'm not even 30," and it's like, dude, it's not that deep. You're just gonna get older. And the thing is if you defeat death, you'll just be like, he's so funny. I love Dankovsky. He's a jackass. Sure, Stomaton. That's our genie's name. But he's not Andre. He's the other one, the mirror image. You mean his brother? All right, I see. Thank you. I'll go drop by his house. Bingo. Okay. Alright, so fucking shit, fuck these kids, man. They just fucking worked him up. I worked so hard to get him like to fucking calm down. And just immediately. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's never. I hate him so much. May I ask how the cathedral determines a song's composer? What if two people sing together? What if a joint composition? Or does the cathedral weigh each composer's part and choose which one will contribute the most? Right now you're breaking the third rule. You're wasting time. Mind your shoes well before entering or break the second one as well. He sucks. I like how. Oh my god, he sucks so bad. What did it do? Okay, let's go to the Stillwater. Well, that didn't help me. Okay. But yeah, this did actually... Okay. I hate that. Okay. But it did actually point out some more things to do, which was talking to Yulia and talking to Peter. Because that didn't open anything up when you went to Stamatin, when you went to Andre. He didn't mention anything about his brother. So going there, going to the town hall, even though it's right there, going to the town hall, going here, doing the town hall part, and then going here, like, is the better choice. He runs so fast. Hey, how do I calm down?
Misophonia, Dankovsky. It was quiet in Tanatica.
Oh, hey. Heron, pedantic secretary. The Olgomitsky's forced his assistance on me. He received visitors, handled paperwork, and, of all things in the Stodwater, loved the inkwell most. At first, it didn't occur to me what his true role really was. I was told you've taken it upon yourself to rule the town and save us from disaster. Let's assume that's true. Boos assigned me to help you, in an organizational sense, so to speak. What are your orders? First of all, I need to get the big picture. How many days we have left, the condition of the town. Duly noted. Would you mind giving me a general strategic overview of your administrative approach before moving on to specific orders? Strategic? How many days do you think you'll need to secure a total victory over the plague? We have precious little time. The town appears to only 2 or 3 days remaining. Beyond that, it'll become a hecatomb, which means we must bargain with death for more time. Another day, then another, then 2 more. You mean you're not going to defeat the plague? You're just delaying death? Of course I'm planning to defeat it. That's why I need more time to research the disease and develop a vaccine. Infection isn't the only threat facing the town. Panic is equally dangerous. The public is illiterate and fears restrictions. If our medical measures are too draconian, they'll put our heads on spikes. You're speaking like someone who has experience dealing with emergencies. Is that the case? I've seen how students behave during a riot. The most intelligent people lose their minds in the face of death. Sometimes they work against their own interests. That was a different circumstance, though. So we have 2 epidemics, one of plague and one of fear. I've written that down. Well said. We must balance the seesaw. At times we'll need to lift quarantine measures to prevent unrest. At other times we might need to distract people or amuse them. We must find a way to suppress discontent. Otherwise the town will fall to flames rather than miasma. Distract them. We may find there are multiple approaches to solving the same problem. What matters is balancing the levels of discontent and contagion that allows us to live to see another day. I'll draw ideas and inspiration from anything. I'll contemplate the decrees constantly, and I'll sign them right here at this desk. And through this, you'll have full control over the town's condition. If only. Doubtlessly, events will transpire that influence both unrest and contagion. I must deal with the consequences. With any luck, I'll be able to clear the plague districts on my own. At least, I'll do my best. If it works, it will be an immense advantage. That's good, because the emergency command's resources are limited. Resources, volunteers, equipment, fuel. I'll have to change the decrees often, adapting to the situation, offsetting one thing for another. You should be prepared for that. I've written that all down, and all of this, I assure you, while you hold power, your every word will be law. The law of heaven, not merely of earth. Any order will be fulfilled immediately. You won't have to worry about who fulfills them or how. Everything will run like clockwork. Sounds promising. Let's see if you can pull it off. Anything else? Yes, right now, I'm going to analyze the medication Jubilant had been injecting people with. It's dangerous on its own, but it might lead to other findings. And you'll send an orderly to the pub. I need samples of the dancer's blood. They'll know which one. Written down. Oh, this is the sort of person who keeps the Bull Enterprise afloat. Interesting. Town management takes place at my desk. That's upstairs, I think it was. Well, that's my bed. I'm dying again. If I could fucking find my desk.
Never alone. Things
I'm gonna die.
everywhere.
Where's my desk? I'm so... Oh, that's not a desk. Oh no. It's a different kind of resource management game. Just kind of the worst one. just I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, but it will. Oh my god, it's not gonna be like as exciting to watch. I don't think. Oh, this is gonna be a game of trial and error, isn't it? Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I have to pay attention to everything. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. If the town lives, I live. To ensure this, I must keep the contagion and unrest within acceptable limits with decrees. Better yet, I must seek other ways as well. I was granted the authority to enact up to 3 decrees each day. The more I study the town, the more ways I will find to influence it. So what's going on? Okay. Rations, equipment, fuel, orderlies remaining. Task force, the variation of the population, medium-sized town people. Oh, and I want to change decree. Ideas for new decrees will appear if I carry out tasks for the locals. Halt this town's clocks. Restrict the townspeople's freedom of movement to reduce the spread of the disease. Find the relative infected people and put them into quarantine. Protect from Shabnak. It's interesting because it'll work. It will work to decrease contagion. Does that leave me with? I can do up to 3 a day. Still be under 20. Under. Right now there's no unrest. Actually. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Right now there's no unrest. Yeah, there's no unrest right now, so we should save those. This one also does minus 15 to contagion. But I feel like I should hold on that. People will not be happy with this. But I do think it's very important. Because we want to minimize contagion. And, like, that's not enough, right? And then I can also... I do not have enough patrolmen to do curfew, but I can do stopping time to kind of mitigate that unrest. Feels appropriate to me. I think I like that. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm terrible at this game. Okay. I did have the right idea, though, so... Okay, so we'll go talk to the kids, then trade lower, Cathedral, Stillwater. Lowering the infection, the contagion, keeps the critical event from occurring. Alright. I think I have to double click them. Okay. That's weird. I don't know why it does that. Oh! I can do things on other days. That's so weird. Okay, let me... I don't know what tomorrow looks like. I have to do it daily. Okay. It doesn't do anything to contagion, but it does decrease the unrest. This will do. The thing is this will severely decrease infection chance. Oh, but the unrest will increase exponentially. Is a real problem. I don't know, not yet. Yeah, the problem is there's going to be a spike on day 4. So small. Unrest gets so high. Yeah. And that's very dangerous. Protection from shop knock might be good. Yeah, that feels like a...
I'd rather not hear this.
Okay. It's not 100%, but now I can at least do things. Ah, kids. Just hanging out. No time to examine it. I remember everything anyway. This is where I set up my laboratory. On the other, work with the prototype. I'm like, what? On one side, the reagents. On the other side, work with the prototype. And as for the prototype, a set for chemical synthesis, a set of reagents for analysis. That's enough. Let's get to work. Examine. A disgusting mixture of fat clumps, plague-stricken tissues, and dirty herbs for smell. Might help a steppe worm, but will harm a human. Only stories are told in full Only stories told in full are included in the interrogation report. If a story is abandoned halfway, it must be retold from the beginning. Okay. Vlad Jr.'s mistake was giving people either a placebo or an unattenuated bacterium. Whoever gets lucky. Squirrels analysis, there's sand pest culture. Listen. Greetings, esteemed doctor. Adrian's my name. Heard you were looking for volunteers, and I was the first to sign up on the spot. As an orderly, mine not a bruiser. I want to mend, not break. I appreciate your eagerness. I've just come to the club, Doctor. No easy feat to get in there. Stammerton's barricaded the place like he's expecting a frontal assault. Which has happened before, I'll mention. Yes, that's the Andre I know, all right. Yes, yesterday Kulanka voted like a weak half, but now she's not feeling well at all. Shivering to her very bones, fever is spiking sharply. I harvested her step blood with all possible precautions, poked her poor arm all over. Won't matter much to her soon anyway. So I was right. Was Kulan isolated from other visitors? How it's transmitted is still unclear. They locked her up in one of the type in the back rooms. Here's her blood, still warm too. What will you do with it, Doctor? You're not going to make the townsfolk drink it, are you? They don't go so much for that approach round here, though those savages in the dormitory have done worse. Or so we expect. No need to take your shoes off. I'm on the brink of a major breakthrough, and I'll be signing an important new decree soon. To enforce it, I'll likely need everyone available. I think I need my... whatever it's called. Well, this is prototype stuff. Craft vaccine. How do I... where is the... So I just have this blood and I can't examine it? I'm sorry, I'm very confused. Where is his little... where are his things? Upstairs? Yeah, everyone's gonna die. There's like not enough light for it to be up here. Huge minus contagion. Huge unrest. Oh, that is a... oh, that's really rough. Okay, I'm gonna back out. I'm not gonna... Bro, can we stop dying? Can we chill? Thank you. I guess I can't do anything with it. Or so it goes. What am I gonna do next? Okay. The enacted decrees have already affected the town. More threats mean more dangerous districts. Okay, so it made... okay, so it made them less dangerous, like several... it literally, none of these are infected anymore. Oh, that will make things so much easier. Okay. So... yeah, now the kids are trading again. I don't have any stuff, but let's see. Let's head up to the town hall and then go to Yulia and Peter, because now it's easy. It's very easy. Oh, there's stuff happening. Gee, that one's mighty ugly. Whose idea was it to put this nastiness everywhere? We're scared enough without these towering wooden things. Would have put up something nice instead. Something beautiful that would please the eye. Putting them up was necessary. I know. They're to scare off birds, right? It's obvious. Birds spread the infection, so they're keeping them away. Such nonsense. What evils do birds do anyone? Birds are God's own creatures. Any infection bounces right off of them. Ah, let's go. I don't want to be here. Ma. Your son is being very sensible. Go home. Being outside is not a great idea. The town is in quarantine.
The town dribbles.
That's helped. Okay, cool. Now that I've decreased his... Now that I've No, we're gonna take the non-infected routes. What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about here? Like... Yeah. Like, I have... Like... Obviously, I should get the contagion down, but like... Will Nightman become more dangerous? I just like don't know yet, you know?
Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
Gotta get that. Got that. Gotta build up my amalgam again. It doesn't cost so much right now, but it will cost much more later.
No. I can't stand it much longer.
Oh, it's just you. What's the point? Plans, like shadows, fade away with the setting sun. Your sudden pessimism is misplaced. Immortel agreed to give up the theater. The theater? I was rather hoping for a fortress. But perhaps the tragedy of her demise hits a bigger stage instead. Now's your last chance to object. The faster we act, the better our chances. No objections. I was the one who told you to consider it in the first place. The theater it is. Tell me what you need. We need people, the more the better. Recruitments of orderlies are already underway. Some volunteers experienced the first outbreak, which I suppose is an asset. We're also looking for anyone with even minimal medical knowledge, in the hopes of finding competent assistance for you. The disease needs to be studied. I need patients who don't succumb to the sandpest right away, like the Stomatson's dancer. They look relatively healthy, but they carry the plague. Isidore developed a simple test for the sand plague back when. Yes, I'll find the orderlies, who are trained to administer it. You'll have your patients. I'll try to organize everything by tomorrow morning. Anything else to stop this? I just hope it's not already too late. What do you think? I wish I knew. Day 2 is now available. I can now tell more about the past. Ooh. The town's authorities have been notified. The hospital will receive its first patients starting in the morning. Crude and rough, but the first vaccine sample is ready. Dozens of orderlies await the order to distribute it. I just need to issue a decree. I received samples from a sick herb bride. Her antibodies are what the town needs. Time to brew a real vaccine. Oh, I see. So I did use it. Okay, I misunderstood. I thought I would be examining the blood. Okay. Probably will be later. So yeah, now I guess I have enough for... Okay, so now what do I want to do? Let's see. I think I want to go to Yulia next. I think... That's it. I won't let this go. I'm going to complain. Easy now, what are you upset about? Look around you. They tell me there's a hospital in the theater. I limp over there and say, my leg hurts, help me. You know what they did? They kicked me out. Said they don't deal with that kind of thing. What kind of hospital is that? They don't treat people, they study them. It's an emergency hospital. Its purpose is to study the disease. Don't mess with me, you hear? If they don't treat people there, call it something else, like a lab or an institute. I mean, he's not wrong. I do think it's a little silly when it's district to district like this. I understand. That's how they built the game. And considering how it's chose. Hey! What's up? They must think it's funny. Think? It's impossible to come up with that by thinking. I'm positive they didn't use their thinking at all. How am I supposed to set my watch? I always check it against the tower. Hey, mister, do you know about the other clocks? Did they board them all up? Yes, all the clocks in town, by a Bureau of Emergency Command. Well, ain't they smart up there? Go shuck their mamas. Watch your mouth, there's a kid here. What? I ain't saying nothing dirty, just sharing out my thoughts on those sons of biscuits. I don't get it. All that iron wasted on this. Couldn't they put it to a better use? Damn right, I'd love a few words with the guy in charge. Mother of pearl. Took a curly good metal and shucked it all up. Now it's just rusted. Makes my eyes hurt. If the degree was issued, there must have been a reason. They're all idiots up at the town hall. High and mighty pencil pushers. They don't know a thing about life out here. They'd never step a foot in the streets, afraid to catch a cold in all that fresh air. Mom, can we go now? Stop whining. I'm all out of patience. Why is everyone yelling? Is it because the butterflies ate the time? Where do you get such nonsense? No one ate the time. They just took the clocks away, that's all. You know what they say. Out the mouths of babes. People are not happy with me, but you know what? That's life.
Tired of this noise. In every shard, a new me.
I love how fucked up everything is. Like, girl, you live like
I'd leave
this?
this place, but I myself had laid the roads of this town such that all curve back to their origin.
Do you have a cigarette by any chance? What happened here? Was your house searched? Robbed? My life's work's been taken from me. Does that count as a robbery? Wow, sorry. That sounded a lot less pretentious in my head. Believe it or not, but I understand completely. I'm going through the same thing right now. Are you? Yes. While I'm stuck here, back in the capital, they're dismantling my research. And all I can do is watch from a distance. You speak of it so calmly, but if I were you, I'd be trudging along the railway tracks right now. I'm a doctor. I took an oath. And without me, this town will perish. Impressive self-importance. What brings you here to me? I've been to the cathedral, and I was told you were the one to talk to about what I saw there. The cathedral. That's exactly what I thought you'd say. Why are you smiling? I was picturing what you might have seen. It would explain why you look so disheveled. What do you think I saw there? The impossible. You saw the impossible. And the caretaker, the man with fish eyes. Do you know him? Of course, I know of him, but not where he came from. No one knows that. Farkad said the cathedral itself created the caretaker. It sculpted him out of life and time. He's a kind of interpreter between the cathedral's language and ours. When you speak to the caretaker, you are speaking to the cathedral itself. I don't know if I necessarily... I liked how the cathedral was empty. You know? It having a caretaker feels really weird. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that particularly, but I digress. Surely you're not being serious. You should have met Farkad. He was just like that. You can never tell if he's joking or not. Then he and Simon conceived of the idea. He said he was going to create a space that produced time. We thought it was some kind of cryptic play on words. And yet here we are, with a time-producing cathedral. I see. So it seems there was no way the cathedral could house the hospital. You can give it a try, but it would be like throwing a party inside of a steam engine. The first 5 minutes would be fun before everyone started boiling alive. It's just not designed to house people for extended periods. Was it the kinds who asked you to scout place out for the hospital? They must be completely out of their minds if they think the cathedral is an option. No, it was Sabarov. You don't seem to like the kinds very much. I didn't expect that. Imagine you were hired to do what you knew would be your life's greatest endeavor. You devoted many years to it. Now imagine that the patron comes to you and says you've made a hash of things without explaining what, specifically, is wrong. They just show you the door. That's what happened to me 3 days ago. Cruel indeed. You have my sympathies. I relate more than others would. They gave you no explanation at all? Supposedly, they wanted me to, I quote, rise above myself, which I supposedly was incapable of since I was too rational. I can see that I rise themselves all the time. It happens when your head's up your ass. Now they're demanding I leave, and I don't want to. This is my town. I'm one of its creators. How ironic. I want to escape from this town and you want to stay. What are you running from, though? What is it in this town that you hate so much? It's what I'm running to. They are deciding the fate of my research, my life's work, in the capital, and I'm trapped here. The town is locked and no trains out, and even if I found one, I couldn't drive it myself. Perhaps we could help each other out. Every one of our problems circles back to the Kine family. I think you're exaggerating their power and influence. No. In fact, I'm understanding it. But they can be outsmarted. I know things they don't. For instance, I know a train driver, a Dodong who goes by the name Boulder. With him, you have a chance of getting out of town. Do I understand correctly we're making a deal here? You do, and I've already held up my own, which puts you in an awkward position. Shrewd, you really are a mathematician. Where can I find this Boulder fellow you mentioned? He lives in the Udung village. They call him Boulder for a reason. Someone his size is hard to miss. You're clever enough to convince him to help you, then you can help me. Right now no one dare would go against your wishes. Put in a good word for me with the Kines. Convince them not to banish me. I'm afraid I don't have that kind of power. Why would Georgie or Victor listen to me? I overheard the Kynes talking about the imminent arrival of a renowned doctor from the capital. Your arrival was one of Simon's designs, part of the equation he was always working on but never solved. Or did he? Now they're putting in their hopes for his return in you. Here and now, you can do anything. Alright, I'll talk to them, but I can't promise you anything. I've made an imprudent promise to Yulia Rucheva to grieve on her behalf before the Kynes. The cathedral's not fit for human life. It was envisioned as a device that produces time. Okay. Yeah, but I won't be leaving the town. I can plead on behalf of her, but I won't be... Yeah, I won't be leaving. I'm always dying. It's such a pain in the ass. Always doing that.
As if things are animated.
There we go. Calm down. Look at him squirm. Thought you were clever, huh? I told you I'd catch you, didn't I? Let me go. Ugh, let me go. Help. Quit thrashing, you cur. You're not getting out. I warned you, didn't I? I said I'd put you in a cage, didn't I? So you keep still now. What are you doing hurting a kid? Let him go. I'll tell you what happened. We got orders to put up wooden scarecrows around town. I started my watch this morning. I saw this little scoundrel. Let me go, it hurts. So this little urchin right here set fire to our scarecrows. I gave him a talking to and left him at that. Stop squirming. I tried talking to you, didn't I? So here I was standing in front, and he comes back to set them on fire again. Is this true? Why are you setting fire to the scarecrows, you little vandal? My mother's gotten sick. It's really bad. We have our scarecrows to do that. Are you a complete dimwit? Fire kicks the plague out, so I heard. They say there's no plague where there's lots of fire, and I'm fighting the plague. Where's your mother? What's troubling her? Can you point me to your house? She's fine. Let me go. Help! But you just said she was sick. I'm a doctor. Yeah, and I'm a step-jerboa. You've seen what you do to sick people in their homes. You burn them alive. I'm not giving you my mother. So you don't trust doctors, but you believe burning scarecrows will save your mother. Alright, let the kid go. Home or off to face the earth, it's up to him. Don't you realize, as soon as he pops around the corner, he'll set fire to property again. Just make sure he doesn't set fire to anything they put you here for. Chase him off. Your job is to protect the scarecrows, not torment kids. Be able to tell because it'll have a bathtub outside for some reason. Murky! Little Grump, one of the many orphans of this town. Nobody knows where she came from. It says she was sprang from the earth itself like a weed. It's unclear who she's meant to become.
Where's my doll? Who will feed it?
Mister, give me a hazelnut. You got any hazelnuts? And another one for me. I want a hazelnut too. What do you need hazelnuts for? No way. If we tell you, you're gonna keep all the hazelnuts to yourself. Don't tell Murky. Come on, mister. What do you need hazelnuts for? Just handle them over. I'm terribly allergic. I don't really carry nuts around on me. For shame. What's life without nuts? If you had hazelnuts, we had told you. Otherwise, what's the point? What are you going to do with the hazelnuts anyway? Like this. You shake it and hold it to your ear. A person's soul is hidden inside. If you can listen, you might learn their name, or even their whole story. The genie's best at listening to hazelnuts. He tells us his stories. Every time we find a hazelnut, we bring it to him. I'm a bit of a genie myself, you know. I have plenty of stories. Tell me where Peter's gone and I'll tell you one. How's this for a test? Here, take this hazelnut. What do you hear? Here's the soul of a beauty named Lilith. One day her brother Quirky vanished. She went looking for him and found a pack of jackals. A whole pack? That's scary. But Lilith wasn't scared. She sang a lullaby, and one of the jackals recognized it. That was her brother who'd been cursed. That's some yarn. Not bad, mister, but here's the catch. The nut was just an empty shell. There's no soul inside. You made it up. And what happened next? What happened to Lilith and Quirky? Why are you asking him? He lied to us. I know, but I'm curious. Let him finish. Here's what we'll do. You tell me where Stummaton is, and next time I'll finish the story. He left. He said he needed to talk to a friend. We asked if we could come along and see his friend, and he said no, because his dead friend died a long time ago. He goes there alone just to visit him, just the two of them. This is a medium. Looks like this genie of yours really can work miracles. Maybe he can turn water to wine. He lives in a bottle, so he can do anything. When he's sad, he'll turn anything to wine, gulp it down to stop being sad. That's what he told us. He goes to the cemetery to talk to his dead friends. Explains it. The cemetery, then. Thanks, children. I think it's really funny, because it just was so obvious. It was just like, a dead friend. Oh, he went to the cemetery. And then Danielle's like, what do you mean? He's a medium now? Like, shut up. Shut up. Fucking idiot. You are floating. Either that or, like, working your calves. Okay, let's go to the town hall first, and then we'll go to the graveyard. Oh my god. There's too much happening. Yeah, I'm probably not going to finish the Peter stuff. I'll try, but I probably won't.
Whoever walks in Simon's footsteps shall have their feet cut.
Dankovsky, it's you again. How can I help you? I've been to the cathedral. I've seen inexplicable things. So you've made your acquaintance with the impossible objects. Congratulations. It's only difficult the first time. I have a feeling that this town consists of impossible objects and unbearable people. It consists of more than just that, but you are thinking in the right direction, yes. So, what were they built, though, for, those impossible objects? What was their purpose? Really, Dankovsky, you're the founder of Thanatica. I thought you of all people would understand the importance of things impossible. I've been told about the honor attacks. The architect team who've destructed those objects. One of them, Yulia Yurcheva, you want to expel her from the town now. Why? Expulsion is too strong a word. We simply no longer require her way of thinking. She is free from any obligations to us, and thus she has no reason to stay in the town. But what if she doesn't want to leave? She wants to stay. I understand. It feels very bitter when desires clash with reality, but reality is a stubborn matter. You can't just expel someone without explaining the reason. Maybe you can't, but it's none of your business. It's not your decision to make. You seem to forget where you are and who you're talking to, Dankovsky. I have made my decision. Nothing, no one will make me change it. Is that clear? It is. Yeah, It doesn't seem personal. Oh, hey.
What?
Ah, it's you. I wanted to ask if you managed to speak with the Kinds, but I can see from your face that you did. I'm very sorry. I tried to find out what their grievance against you was, but to no avail. How unfortunate. I don't know what I was hoping for. I thought they appointed you head of the plague response. They'd at least listen to you. But apparently not. This sounds terrible, but I'm almost glad the clown is closed off. It gives me time to say goodbye to it. As for you, I wish you luck for your escape. Thank you. Though right now I can't even imagine how one would escape from this town. A train driver will help me, it's true, but it seems like one train driver isn't enough. The Kinds flatly refuse to forgive Yurcheva. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. I need to break it out to her. She didn't really believe I could succeed, but she's glad I tried to help her. Peter is in high demand today. He escaped his crowd of admirers to the quietest place in town. The cemetery. Ugh, oh my goodness. Okay. Now the question is... I have a couple hours before midnight. I have time. Oh fuck,
You're
wrong
too
way.
high-strung.
There we go. Okay, Seesaw will bring up Mania. Okay. Yeah, no, that seems about the best path. Well, or we could skip the infected district entirely. Takes less than an hour, so I think that's good. Takes a little bit more time, but then I don't have to go through the Grace, cemetery caretaker. The graves were tended by a very young girl, transparent as a blade of grass. She claimed she could speak to the dead, and the townsfolk would all believe her. Lethargic, with a low attention span, I suspected her mother drank heavily during pregnancy.
The gravediggers have scattered. Or have they?
I've been waiting for you, but I would hope you'd bring some red flowers. Why would I need red flowers? Farkad likes them best. He's the one who came here for, didn't he? Actually, no, I'm looking for Peter Stomaton. Someone who's following Peter's step. Usually it's his guilt. Sometimes his guilt takes on the shape of a man. Looks like today it has come as a doctor. Though he was here, where did he go? He only goes to one's grave when he's at the cemetery. Farkad's grave, but he left already. Maybe the Kind's daughter saw where too? She needed the cemetery today as well. Farkad. His grave is beautiful, actually. A real work of art. The Stomatons built it as a sign of respect, grief, and remorse. Remorse. Did they wrong him somehow? That I cannot speak of. Farkad has forbidden it. No one can ask him now. No, why? I remember him, and I may speak to him, just as like any other dead person. I gently lay my cheek on the ground, and I can hear voices from below. You better not tell things like that to strangers, girl. They might get ideas.
Stop looking at me like a dead fish.
It's so disgusting that great people inevitably stir up envy in others. You were envious of the twins, and she was envious of Mother, but the earth still allows her to walk upon it for some reason. Who is this she? My aunt. Oh, please forgive me this petty family squabble. Of course, forgiving her would be the gracious thing to do, being born ordinary, while she also being my mother's sister. Of course she envied her, how could she not? But claiming that Simon used to single her out, that he had more respect for her than for Mother, absurdity and vile poison. I'm looking for Peter. Have you seen him by any chance? He was only here until recently. I couldn't talk to him because I was being constantly distracted by... Well, Peter left somewhere west. I hope your town's west is somewhat similar to everyone else's west. Farewell. Drunk Peter went toward the westwards toward the cemetery, to the steppe. They say the steppe is boundless, but I doubt he'll get very far. Okay. Crowstone. Oh. Oh, Peter. 11 minutes, okay. There's actually a chance I finish all this before midnight. Whoa. You're not Peter. What are you doing wandering around here, Shen? I'm going to remember your face. If a single bull of mine goes missing, I'm holding you to answer. I'm looking for a friend of mine. Been told he went this way. Perhaps you've seen him. A skinny fellow, not very tall. You're talking about Stamata Nakai. I've seen him, all right. You're lying, though. He's a barony, which means he's no friend of yours. Fine, let's just say he's an acquaintance. He's Stamata Nakai. The man's like a sakal tree, always alone in a field. He has no zizang. So, where did he go? Well, he sat by the crowstone over there. We dug under it, then came to me to ask if I had bandages. And I looked at him, and he sliced his hands open on something. It was dripping blood. Blood all over the ground there, see? Did he say where he was going? He didn't have to say it. The flank is usually where he goes, when he leaves here. The flank? The part of town up north, where the little lake. A mate of mine lives over there. You see Stamata Nakai there often. I see, thank you. Well, this ain't happening today. Okay. Some more blood. What'll happen when it hits midnight? Oh my god. 1 hour. Oh, Peter, go fuck yourself, man. Just shit. Let's just see. Let's see how far I can get. You know what? Let's see. Okay, no, it's midnight.
Your fantasies should be studied, Denkovsky. vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Well, I don't need to go to Lara's place. Okay. The end of the day has come, in which a scene unfolds.
Smart, intelligent, logical, but so very fixated on whatever he deemed important. We wouldn't even allow the possibility that he could miss something. He failed to understand what kind of place this is, what soil. He only noticed what was convenient, so we mostly left him alone. I sympathized.
Can you hear me?
I need to be in two places at once.
Smart, intelligent, logical, but so very fixated on whatever he deemed important. We wouldn't even allow the possibility that he could miss something. He failed to understand what kind of place this is, what soil. He only noticed what was convenient, so we mostly left him alone. I sympathized.
Can you hear me?
I need to be in two places at once. 3 places. Otherwise, it's all for naught.
Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? You had 12 days. Not so many, but enough. One more has passed. The town shifts.
5 years ago, when the disease arrived for the first time, people feared the unknown. Now they fear what they know all too well. What do you think is more frightening, the unknown or the inevitable? The inevitable. You're a visitor. You didn't see the first outbreak. The plague is an unfamiliar evil to you. It hasn't stood before you at its full height, so you're not paralyzed by terror, like those who've already faced it. They believe if you take the helm, we'll slip through the reefs. I did what I could. I took care of the insurgency in command and opened... I did what I could. I took charge of an emergency command and ordered a hospital opened. I hope it's enough. All these responsibilities you have now. Why isn't your head spinning? Not even the still water is the still water anymore. It's the whirlpool. I wanted to apologize about the still water. They moved the headquarters into your house. I don't even think anyone's bothered asking you. What makes you think that? They did ask, and I agreed. I'm curious whether the still water can calm the maelstrom. So many busy, frazzled people will come here now, and the house will watch them, let its breath move through them. Think of it as an experiment of its own. I'll do everything I can to make sure you don't regret this decision. The headquarters will be useful. Good night. We'll all wake up in a town that has entrusted itself to you. Our fabric is always marked by will. Simon's, the mistresses, the ruling families, and now yours will all weave itself into this tapestry. I wonder what will change. Good night, Ava. Let's just take things as they come. Time travel is now a town through all clocks in town. What does that mean? Oh, okay. I think now it just means that the game will... Yeah, like it wanted me to come to the Stillwater at the end of the day. Not available at the end of the day. Our bloody fugitive escaped the Flank District. What can he possibly need there? Well, I failed that, so that's not happening. We're at the end of the day. So let's go to bed. I suppose. Just skip time. Did I do anything? What am I supposed to do? I think I might be misunderstanding something. Well, it doesn't seem like time is passing, so...
Smart, intelligent, logical, but so very fixated on whatever he deemed important. We wouldn't even allow the possibility that he could miss something. He failed to understand what kind of place this is, what soil. He only noticed what was convenient, so we mostly left him alone. I sympathized.
Can you hear me?
I need to be in 2 places at once. 3 places. Otherwise, it's all for naught.
Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying?
Okay. They are doing something different with the theater scenes, which I do find interesting and fun. I love this, how like this huge spanning theater space. It's very good. Well, day 2 is now available, but let's... Well, day 2 is unlocked. So I think let's do day 2. Hey, what's up?
If only problems would resolve themselves,
Would you be so kind and grace me with your signature, Honorable Bachelor? Right here on this line, if you please. Can I at least read it first? What good are signatures if everyone's going to read the papers first? It's just a statement you're speaking with me with your own free will, by your own desire, dare I say, that you are volunteered to tell me your sorrowful tale. Fine, give me the paperwork. Wonderful. Now then, day 2. According to the witness testimonies, Bachelor Dankovsky desecrates the body of a deceased town sage and healer, heightening social tensions among the local populace. As a doctor, I don't desecrate anyone's bodies. It's called research. As far as I understand, it was Isidore Barak's house that you discovered the first signs of, they called it the Sand Plague. It doesn't matter. You broke in. Don't interrupt. Fine, I'll rephrase. You entered Isidore Barak's house. With what purpose? It was Isidore who invited me to this town. I suspect his death might be connected to Simon's murder. And you thought playing detective was more important than finding the source of a deadly disease? He said something that I didn't read. I don't believe that's true. Well, I don't believe you're interrogating me to uncover the truth. This is a mockery. Don't you have any other way to exert your power? I don't think that's saying that's a good idea. What do you take me for, a prophet? Enough, we're wasting time. Have it your way. I'll close the report and pretend I know nothing. Tell me what you did on the second day. And what interests me is most is not your detective games, but the origin of the plague. I believe that Burak's death and the start of the plague are connected. On day 2, someone barricaded Isidore's study. If only I came there in the morning. Alas, that day I found no time to visit my colleague, or did I come too late and run into a locked door? Alter the course of events. Playing detective, even if I believe these tales, why do I need Isidore's killer? Let the authorities deal with him. I needed Isidore alive. After burial, Isidore's body is inaccessible for examination. To exhume it means to bring about the wrath of the entire kin and the town's authorities upon myself. Today, the late Isidore Barak's being buried. Do I have a chance to examine his body before that? Young Sticky allegedly saw Isidore's killer returning. Okay. Those are things I can't yet do anything about. So let's start day. The progress will be selected. What do you mean? Unlucky. Peter Stomaton is not an easy man to find. At least I failed to find him. Okay, and I think that's where we're gonna end it. We seem to finish a day. It was, I think it was more of a tutorial day. Just because it felt like kind of straightforward. And this game is rarely ever that. Yeah, things will probably just get things will get more complicated from here. Yeah. So like going to day 2, I'm curious of what'll happen. Just because the going back, I don't know, going back seems like it'll be an interesting portrayal of events at least. So I guess we'll see from there. Well, but we'll do that next time. For today, that's it for Pathologic 3, and I hope you all have a great one. Bye!